Hi everyone! Thanks for coming on here. Today is really exciting because we have an exciting guest joining us, Allison Ramsey, who is going to talk to us about her entrepreneurship journey and what she's learned starting a couple different companies, and it's going to be wonderful. So let's see if I can bring you on. Okay. Yes. It says adding. Hmm. Are you getting this? Wait. Add. Oh, guest approve. Hold up. One sec. Why is it not working? Oh,
Okay,
connecting.
it's working.
Yes! We did it.
Okay,
How are you?
I'm good. Am I sideways if I go like this? Okay,
You're a little
go
sideways.
like this. There we go.
Okay, let me just turn up the volume there. Okay. Great.
There's a little bit of an
Well,
echo. Do you have an echo on your side?
yeah, we can see you okay. Yeah. Okay, great. Well, thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Yeah, you too. Thanks for having me. Are you hearing a
So,
bit of echo? Is everything okay?
I think it's okay. Is there an echo for you?
Yeah, is anybody else hearing echo or is it only? Okay, cool.
Okay, well, I'll just give a space for the voice to go over. But yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Yeah, yeah. So with Empire Life, we're a conscious tech company. I'm just gonna pause.
No, I can hear you.
And we launch online entrepreneurs. We launch online empires for entrepreneurs. I'm getting very confused with the echo. Sorry, say something.
Okay, I can hear you. Am I still echoing?
Yeah, a little bit. I am. There's something going on with mine.
Oh, alrighty then.
Okay. Yes. Okay, that's better now. Thank goodness.
Okay, it sounds
Yeah.
better.
Okay, Nika. Thank you for being
Okay.
so patient.
Yeah, no worries.
So
So
the
we can edit all
technology.
this out
So
later
again,
too.
I'm Allison Ramsey. We help launch online empires for entrepreneurs. This is my third tech company.
Great. And where did this journey start for you?
The journey started for me in my early 20s when I wanted to have my own thing going on. And I was like, honestly, where do I start? Do I need to go with a media company? Do I need to talk to a social media company? And do I need PR? Like feeling tied or pulled to all these different companies. And that's what led me to create Empire Life because I wanted it to be like a one-stop shop for entrepreneurs to be able to access everything that they might need online in order to reach their financial goals and freedom and the kind of lifestyle that they really want and desire.
Mm-hmm. And So how has that been going? So it's been around for a year now, right?
Yeah, yeah, a little over a year. It's hard to believe. It's gone by so fast.
And so what have been some of the lessons you've learned along the road of creating this company and some of the past companies that you've created?
That's a great question. There's still a little bit of an echo, so I hope if anybody else hears it, be patient with us. Maybe it's only my phone. But some of the huge lessons are, I will say, number one is that I can't do it all alone.
Right.
And the second one is it's okay to do, before you launch into your company, it's okay to save up as much money as you can and work your ass off, kind of scary, because, and then launch your full-time hustle. While it can be a side hustle for a little while, that's a second huge learning experience for me. Because I definitely feel like people encourage high risk behavior within entrepreneurship and like jumping into it full force. I feel that there it is good to have some stability within like emergency fund, then jump into it head
Mm-hmm.
first, and also have some kind of plan for how you're going to make money. Perhaps before you jump into it full time, have made a little bit of money with a few clients.
Right.
And another,
So,
I'll say the third one, just to wrap up that question, is that done is better than perfect. And
mhm,
I think that you also
yeah.
feel that in Canada, and I feel like that is one of roadblocks that sometimes Americans, especially, trip up on. That I have to wait. This has to be the perfectly edited video, for example. It has to have all these things popping in and out of it for people to pay attention. I need to wait, so that includes a lot of waiting instead of getting it out there. And then all of a sudden, when you finally do get it out there, you realize, oh, fuck, somebody else already got that out there, and they're getting traction, and it's not actually perfect. And instead of hating on them, maybe realize the lesson, and done is better than perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did it take you a long time to learn that lesson, or was that something you just always knew?
That's something I've always done, and I actually had to learn the opposite. Like, oh, maybe I need to like think that through, like hop in there, really passionate about it. I need to have some kind of
Right,
game
right,
plan. I always encourage
right.
that, like we're doing right now. Hop on a live, go on a podcast. You don't need some special $500 or 700 CAD microphone to have a podcast. Like, have it from the beach, have it from your back patio. Make sure that it's quiet and good lighting. But people want to see you and they want to connect with you. They're
Mm-hmm.
they're more concerned about that than they are with the sound quality every time or the perfection of it. You may not be noticing the little things that you're noticing.
Right. That's so true. I started my podcast with just my Apple headphones, and
Yeah,
that's
me too.
it.
They're the best.
Wonderful. They are the best. Their sound quality is really good. Um, so what have been some of the biggest obstacles that you've overcome on this journey of entrepreneurship?
The biggest obstacles will be not swallowing everything that I hear. Okay, so one of them is that we can tend to overconsume content. We think that
Mm-hmm.
we need to be listening to podcasts all freaking day. We need to be reading books every day. Like, oh, I'm gonna read one book a day. It's like, come on, dude, come on. You don't need to be pushing yourself that hard, right? Like,
Right.
I
Right.
tend to get into that. I would say that that can be over consuming content can be an obstacle for me because then if you're over consuming content, you don't have time to actually be in this creative mode and be giving back. You're not creating content. You're over consuming it and not creating it. So I feel like that's a huge
Mm-hmm.
obstacle for a lot of people. The second one, at least a lot of times for female entrepreneurs, is getting really clear on their money and their
Right.
do I really deserve this? What you specialize in, their
Right.
self worth, and am I deserving of this? Are people gonna pay for this?
Right. Yeah. Um, so what are some tools you have to overcome things like that?
I reflect on the events that happened before I make any kind of decision related to my fear. So a lot of times, let's say I'm feeling somewhat down, not energetic one day. I reflect on, have I been getting enough sleep? Am I drinking high quality water? Am I eating well? Am I working out? Am I keeping the integrity of myself? So another example of that, if people are out of integrity with me, like if a client did something that I wasn't quite expecting they were going to do, or a teammate behaved in a certain way, I'm like, what are they doing? I first reflect on, am I in integrity with myself? That
Mm-hmm.
helps me a lot. And reflecting on, why am I triggered by something that I might be triggered by, looking at it as, oh, that's interesting, that triggered me. Or even to somebody else, this is really interesting, seems like you're triggered right now, can we break this down a little bit, take a few steps back, and then you reach this higher elevation when you're capable to come from that kind of energy. I'm really glad you're not hearing it echo. Very interesting.
Yeah. Um, so what motivates you when things get hard?
That is a great question. What motivates me, Nika, when things get hard is I go back to the reason why I'm doing it all in the first place.
And what is that reason?
The reason is to have the freedom to design my own life, my schedule, financial freedom, to be able to give from a full cup to people that I love, that are in my tribe circle around me. Like
Mm.
even today, for example, was my daughter's VIP day at school, and I just found out about it, and I was able to arrange my schedule. I found out about it, kids, like, sometimes last minute, but I found out about it this morning, and I was able to rearrange my schedule and then go pick up lunch and go have lunch with her. Was If I was in a 9 to 5, I wouldn't have that same kind of freedom, which I have been in a 9 to 5 before, and I don't see anything wrong with fives. I absolutely loved my 9 to 5. What my personality and my
Mm.
my intention is to have financial freedom and freedom for my life in my schedule, to be able to travel whenever I want to for a few months, work from anywhere with my family, and I want that for my clients as well. I want to be able to help them level up within that. So I revisit this intention of, why am I doing all of this in the first place? And also another part of that is, am I balance? Am I working harder than I'm having fun, or am I working harder than I'm relaxing? I aim to have how hard I work, how hard I relax, and how hard I play, all kind of in synergy with each other and balance.
Mhm.
How about you? What's motivating?
Well, I actually did a whole YouTube video about
Oh
motivation.
yeah, I should
Um,
get into that.
yeah, so I mentioned a lot of the same things. It's like remembering why you started. And for me, it's because I feel a calling to help others, especially others who've gone through what I've gone through in the past, and just really wanting to make a bigger impact on the planet. And that's really what motivates me. It's like, how many people's lives can I make just a little bit better by being in it? So that's really the heart of my motivation. And actually, in another video I did recently, I talked about signs of successful people, and one of them is being self motivated. So I think a big root of being self motivated is remembering your why and sticking to that. So when you were talking about the 9 to 5 and how like that kind of limited your freedom, at what point did you know that it was right to leave your 9 to 5? Because I think a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with that decision. It's like, should they wait to leave until, like, how do they know they're ready, basically?
Yeah. The few times that I have left my 9 to 5, it was as if the universe and God was knocking on my door and telling me over and over again, okay, it's time now, Allison. Time to do your own thing. Time to do your own thing. You really have no other choice here. It's just, I feel like a lot of times you get that little feeling in the back of your head or that tingling sensation whenever you know that you need to follow through with an idea, that you tend to be like, no, I'm going to do that another time. I'm not quite ready. And then it comes back a little stronger months later. And then it comes back and it hits you over the head. I tend to be really stubborn and not quite listen sometimes until it hits me over the head. So I feel my last 9 to 5, they gave me an option. They said they really wanted to keep me there. I was a software developer, and the only female within 50 plus software developers. We were all on the same floor, like open floor environment. And the two CEOs called me into their office and like, we really want to here, but we want to move you to a different department. And this different department, well, they were cutting back in a few of the other departments. And they said, if we move you to this other department, you're actually going to be making more money than the new team lead. And that meant that I was going to lose the ability to have a raise indefinitely because I will need to wait to get to where what the money he was making, my new team lead, and then, which knows when that was going to be. Also, I will need to learn a new coding language. Well, the one that I already knew that I was doing, I put that into the job skills and needed to learn something new, which will take a lot of time and energy on my part. And I need to assess, is this worth my time and energy? Am I going to be using this in the future for my skills going forward? And the answer on that was actually no, because I really love the coding language that I was already using. And I could either up level and leave and make more money, or I could decide to stay within a company I was already so happy in without the ability, like I said, to have a raise or to make more money. It was a very challenging, hard decision. I had a few mentors in my life at that time. I also talked with my current team lead about that, who served a lot of a mentor for me within working there. And he confided in me that he was also leaving the company because of different reasons. So I ultimately decided to negotiate a package, like a leaving package. And it was very, like, it's never an easy decision. I feel like it does require a lot of reflection, personal reflection on what do I really want. After I left that, I did do a lot of tech interviews because I was somewhat in between. I loved being a software developer in corporate in the 95, and I love that security. And I was able to save a little bit of an emergency fund before launching into Empire Life. But I kept getting that hit over the head in a way. Like, this is your runway. You need to go with it. Even when I was leaving my previous company, one of the CEOs said to me, exactly that. He was like, "This is your runway. I really suggest that you start your own thing again because you need to be a CEO." But honestly, Nika. I was like, "No, I'm not gonna do that again. What are you talking about? I'm really happy right now, coasting a little bit because I know what it feels like to wear every hat all the time." And it was kind of nice to walk in and feel like I was somewhat coasting and only wearing one hat, or every now and then other teams, but it's not the same as being an entrepreneur. And then it did hit me. I started working with a business coach. We have the same business coach that helps our whole team. And I went to a few personal development conferences, started connecting with people like yourself that are in the personal development world and coaches, and it went from there. Um, how about you? What caused you to want to leave corporate?
Well, I'm still
Yeah.
in
Oh, you're kind of still
corporate.
at corporate. That's right.
It's government, but um, I actually I turned 22 last month. So this is my first 9 to 5 right now that I'm doing. And I actually enjoy it a lot. It's basically a dream job as much as I could have imagined a dream job to be. So I'm kind of balancing it with everything else I'm doing, which so far is going well for me. So we'll see what the future holds. But for me, it was more just a calling that I have to start sharing personal development and creating this coaching business because um, I just felt like this was what I've been wanting to do for a long time. So yeah, it's been really fun creating this business and creating this brand because it feels really aligned with who I am and who and what I want to offer the world. So yeah, I definitely agree that it's like an intuitive feeling that you need to have deep down that leads you and tells you what path to take.
Yeah, oh yeah, it is, and it can be really challenging to follow that intuitive feeling because of fear comes up, fear of like, well, how am I going to pay my rent the next few months? It can be really scary of all the fears that come up when you're making that decision.
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to see the comments on the line?
Yeah, can you see them?
I can't see them
Okay. Well, our friends are just saying hello.
oh, hey, yeah, hey everybody.
So, yeah. Um, but yeah, no, I think these are some really great points for people to take away. I think it'll be some really good lessons for entrepreneurs or people aspiring to be entrepreneurs to gain from this discussion. So, yeah, thanks so much for joining me
Yeah,
today.
thank you. It was great.
Great. So, yeah, everyone make sure to go check out Allison Ramsey and her work, especially if you're an entrepreneur that needs some help with the tech aspects of your business. She's definitely someone who can help you out.
Yeah, for sure.
Great. So, thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you next time.